Lost Innocence, Part 2, Marc Allen. In Part 2, we're going to be discussing Mark James Warren Allen. He is the third boy who disappeared in the 80s in the Des Moines area. Marc Allen was born May 13, 1972. His parents divorced when he was about a year old, and he went to live with his paternal grandmother in Connecticut until he was 4 years of age. When Mark was 4 years old, he went to live with his father in Minneapolis, Minnesota for a few years before moving to Des Moines to be with his mother, his older sister, and younger brother. Now, according to his mother, he was a handful and had some behavioral issues. Other than that, he was a typical teenage boy who liked to play video games and enjoyed the outdoors and hanging out with his friends. Marc Allen disappeared March 29, 1986, the night before Easter Sunday. His mother had just ordered pizza, and he was running out to go hang out with his friends, so he told her, "Send me some pizza, Mom. I'm going to be hungry when I get home." According to Mark's mother, he waved to her from the bushes as he headed towards his friend's house southward down Emma Avenue, but he never arrived, and that was the last time she saw her son. Easter morning, when Mark's mother woke up, she noticed Mark wasn't home, but she assumed he went to his maternal grandmother's house to collect his Easter basket. So she called her mom, and her mother said, "Hey, I haven't seen him." It was then that it dawned on her that Mark never made it home. Then she started calling his friends, and none of Mark's friends had seen him either. He had never made it to the friend's house he intended to go to the night before. That is when they decided, hey, it's time to call the police. So his mother called the police to report him missing, and they told her she had to wait 48 hours to file a missing persons report. They considered him a runaway when she did file it, but eventually it was classified as an involuntary disappearance. Now, the police were kind of disinterested, because they always are when it comes to that, because he had been a little troublesome here and there. But they did come around and decide that this was not a runaway situation. Eerily, by the time Mark disappeared, 2 other boys had disappeared from the same area, within like 7 or 8 miles of each other. The first being Johnny Gotch, September 5th, 1982, delivering morning papers for the Des Moines Register. The second being Eugene Martin, August 12th, 1984, just 2 years later, delivering papers for the Des Moines Register. And then Mark, just 2 years later, in March of 1986. Coincidence? I don't think so. Anyway, there's a lot more going on about this than I'm going to dig into right now. I do have another upcoming video about other attempted abductions in the area that went on for years, and we'll see if those may have a ring of truth to them. I believe I'll dig into those next, the attempted abductions, before I tackle Johnny Gosh, because that one is going to be a long one. It has lots of twists and turns to it. At the time of Mark's disappearance, he had brown hair, blue eyes, he weighed 85 pounds, and was approximately 5 foot tall. If you have any information concerning the disappearance of Marc Allen, please contact Detective Larry Pinlan at the Des Moines Police Department at 515-283-4811. I know this is a cold case, but I'm sure that any of his surviving relatives would appreciate finding out or even knowing what happened to Mark. So if you do have information, please call. I appreciate you taking your time to view this video, and there are going to be more to come on this delicate subject. So please consider subscribing, and as always, many blessings.